Hello! Today I'm playing a puzzle book called BoBoGram. This is version 1.0. I found this on the Thinky Games Discord. It's a puzzle book, so there won't be any music. I'm just gonna play my own music. I'm gonna play probably copyrighted music um, on my own. So provide your own music as desired. Alright, here we go. BoBoGram, a wondrous puzzle book. So, this is by uh, Wiku? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sorry. Wiku.kr, copyright 2024, first edition. How to play. Each puzzle has a unique solution. All 30 puzzles share the identical rule set. If you are stuck, looking back on the previous puzzle may help. Feel free to skip some puzzles and come back later. Rules. Color each cell black or white. I did already know this. There's a web version of the game that you can play. I'm using PDF markup. I'm using Zernal++. That's journal with an X. Zernal plus plus. So I can just make whatever markings I want to. So yes, we are coloring each cell black or white. I'll be using blue, I think. Integers indicate the lengths of black cells in that row or column, perhaps? Circle signs indicate the color of the cell in somewhere. Plus sign indicates that the 3 by 3 area around the plus sign is something? Grids shown simultaneously are stacked. Whoa, whoa, whoa. In a single grid, cells with the same color should something. For each of the grids shown, the top left cell should something. Okay. So, well, this is fairly easy at the moment. One other thing is on the Discord, they did explicitly mention this is similar to nonograms, which I think I would have figured out easily on my own regardless. But as you can see, we've just got a regular old nonogram here. No problemo. All right, then again, we have a nonogram. 1, 1 has to be like that. We can rule out anything being here. Let's go ahead, switch colors, put a dot there. Okay. So this 1 must be here, right? Because the 2 rules that out. Okay. Now we've got some circles. Okay. So what do we know? We know that we can rule out these. Right, so we have to break the symmetry using circles. So what do we know about circles? Well, I do know that I don't like scrolling this much, so let's go ahead and leave full screen for a sec. And let's see, navigation, no, view, pair pages. Here we go. All right, this should be a little better. Okay, and I'll shrink down the page size just a hair. Okay, so circles indicate the color of the cell something. It does say feel free to skip some puzzles, so I do not feel bad about the possibility of accidentally looking ahead a little bit. Okay. Unlike my puzzle book, I made a sort of similar puzzle book, and you are not meant to look ahead. So I do like to be careful about that. Okay, so they indicate the color of the cell something. Well, it could just straight up indicate the color of the cell. Um, that's strange. Um, I guess for now, I'm gonna assume that just means that. Okay. Um, right, and we are still in the basics chapter, I see. Interesting. Okay, so these twos tell us that there must be something in the middle, because either it's there or it's there. So that solves that. Hold on one sec. If I use the web version, the web version does have the nice ability to easily mark a square as white. However, I like being able to mark stuff up, and I like having my progress saved through an actual PDF. So I think I'm going to stick with this. Oh, 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 okay. Um, okay. I, I didn't realize it was going to ask me to save as, but we're good. It did not record all my files. Okay. Um, so what do we know here? You know what? I think I've changed my mind. Let's go to the web version. Okay. All right. So, puzzle 3 basics. Yep. I think this is what we've got here. Then we've got that. Okay. So this is where we left off. I'm gonna assume this is white and this is black. And that all makes sense. That all seems pretty reasonable. If I scroll, okay, it's not too laggy. That's good. So in a single grid, cells with the same color should blank. The top left cell should blank. Interesting. Huh. So the top left cell is black and we have contiguous areas. Black, contiguous areas. Black, not contiguous areas. But the white cells are connected to the outside. If we view the outside, as white, then white is connected. Also, this has a circle. It's not black. Interesting. Yeah, okay. All the black tiles are contiguous. Okay, so if we assume this just means black and white, then we can do this. Very easy. I think I'm happy to just do that for now. I don't know if I'm being tricked. I've been told that this game took playtesters 5 to 8 hours. There are like 30 something puzzles, but what? Like how? Okay, things are getting interesting here. Um, First of all, I noticed we have like a fake plus sign. That doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, this isn't like, when they say plus sign, they must mean something else. Um, okay, oh, so is it like this? It's annoying I can't double left click. I have to right click to erase, but whatever, that's fine. Okay. Um, okay. So this would make things contiguous. Hmm. Okay. So um plus sign indicates something about the 3 by 3 area. I don't think that's what we have here. In a single grid, cells with the same color should... Is that an N? They should not do something? For each of the grids shown, the top left cell should... Hmm. Huh. How strange. Okay, well the top left cell had to be black here. Cells with the same color should... What? It's not like should be connected, because that's not a B. Hmm. Yeah, so this one was forced, right? Integers indicate the lengths of black cells in that. I'm pretty sure we're doing nonogram here. I don't think there's any way that's a fake out. Okay. Now, did I get this backwards? Then the top left would always be black. That could be. Okay, so what if... So if the top left is black, then we have this. Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Because it's weird, like, how invisible this is. I don't know. That could be, right? That makes sense. And then we have a contiguous area apart from the dot, right? If we exclude the dot, hmm, it's a little weird. Hmm, maybe dotted regions get to be like extra regions? Like we can only have one undotted region of each color? Okay, if that's true, then this seems ambiguous, but if we need all the black ones to be contiguous, it's interesting. These look a little bit like numbers. 1, 3, 2. That does not look like a number. Okay. Um, 0. It's interesting. It's a little weird. Color each cell black or white. And of course we're using gray for white. Um, I believe that's just that's standard for pencil puzzles, right? Um, uh, it starts out white like the paper, and then you use gray to indicate white. Um, plus sign indicates 3 by 3 area. Huh. Okay. 2, a little bit like a 3. Very much like a 1. Hmm. Okay, so if top left needs to be black, then we've got this. and then I need to connect them. Huh, very strange. When they talk about plus sign, are they talking about this? And does that mean these are all shaded in black? No, no, no. This would have to be white in order to make that contiguous. But then how do I know about these? Each puzzle has a unique solution, very important. Okay. I don't know. It does feel like I need to take some notes. But I'm not even sure what notes to take because I don't even feel that confident about any of these. So I think we're just going to keep moving on. Oh my god. What? Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, color each cell in black or white. And because we're doing this with the software, I know we're not doing anything crazy like, a cell can be multiple colors. We are coloring each cell black or white. Integers indicate the lengths of black cells in that it must be row or column, right? What else could it be indicating? Like a 2 by 2 square? No, that doesn't make any sense. It must be. Okay, this one I feel pretty good about. Oh, sorry, I don't have a pen. A pen tool. Okay. Um, Circle signs indicate the color of this cell. Yeah, so they indicate the color. Well, so there's two things. So do they indicate the opposite color? And secondly, it says the color of the cell in, probably, right? That's sort of a weird way of saying it. Wouldn't you say they indicate the color of the cell they are in? Oh, the cell in which they reside? Yeah, that could be it, right? They indicate the color of the cell in which they reside, but they might indicate it backwards. Okay. Plus signs indicate the 3 by 3 area, indicates that the 3 by 3 area around them is black, maybe? In a single grid, cells with the same color should not be separated? Hmm. I don't know. I might have to do some skipping around. Okay, so if we assume this, that works nicely with the upper left always being black, right? Now, are we doing no 2 by 2s as a rule? So if we have no 2 by 2s, that forces that. Yes, okay, we can do that. Yeah, maybe that's what it says. That's a common puzzle rule. Then one of these has to, well, this has to be filled in black now. This has to be filled in white. This has to be filled in black. Okay, that seems to work. Okay, so that works very nicely with the 2 by 2. That makes the plus rule kind of redundant. Hmm. But that feels pretty reasonable. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. In a single grid, cells with the same color should not form a 2 by 2 square. I think that's what's going on. Okay. The top left cell should be black. Grids shown simultaneously are stacked in 3D. Oh boy. Although this says in a single grid, so I don't know why that matters. Hmm. I think I might have an inkling. We'll see when we get there. But I do have a suspicion. Okay. Yes. Yes, I really do. Okay. Although, I don't understand. This puzzle right now doesn't really work with what I'm thinking. Hmm. Oh well. Okay. 2 and 1, 4. Boom, boom. Okay, they don't have to be connected. Okay, no squares, no squares. 2 and 1, 1. Oh, interesting. Hmm, strange. What? Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put it over on my other monitor as something to think about. Um, is this uniquely solvable? We'd fill that in, and that, and that's white. That's white. So you'd get like an L shape. Hmm. Doesn't seem quite solvable based on what I know. I don't know if that matters. Okay, feel free to skip. Um, plus sign. Sure. I guess the plus sign, it's redundant with the 2 by 2 thing, if I understand it right, but the plus sign helps with figuring out this without figuring out the full 2 by 2 rule. Okay, this I don't know yet. Is the 2 by 2 rule a little different from what I think it is? Hmm, okay. So we've got that from the 1 clues. This, not, I don't want to form a square, I believe. It kind of feels like we want connectivity, but I don't think the black squares are always connected. Because the 2 by 2 rule forces that, right? Huh. Hmm. Unless we're like treating this as a torus, as a Pac-Man geometry, where each side wraps around to the opposite side, but I don't think so. Hmm. I can do that based on the 2 by 2 rule, but I don't have enough info. It feels like I want to connect these up, but I don't know. Huh. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Oh, maybe. Oh, I understand. I understand. Yes. Right. So I've been noticing that there's all these isolated little things. Um, and it feels like I want to connect them up. But we also have this rule. I believe it says should not form a 2 by 2 square, right? I've been using that this whole time. It feels good. It's redundant with the plus sign, but that feels okay. But I've just figured out what this rule is. Um, Pause for a moment if you want to figure it out. I'll be revealing the answer shortly, in like half a minute. But anyways, oh, hang on. Okay, this is going to need to be fixed. Huh. Hmm. I think this must not be like that. I think that has to be shaded in. No, never mind. Okay, what I thought the rule was is no squares. No 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 squares. But that immediately creates a problem here, right? Like these three clues force this. Then this one forces that. This one forces that. And then I'm immediately forced. Oh, no. No, I'm not. Okay, right. So, well, no, no, no. Sorry, I'm talking nonsense. No, no, no. No 2 by 2 squares means. So I thought it was no 2 by 2 squares at all, even if they're part of a larger shape, right? Like over here. No, not over there. But I thought no 2 by 2 squares at all. But it might just be a contiguous area may never be square. So if we do that, this is forced to be connected because it can't make a 1 by 1 isolated square. This, same deal. Okay, then we've got this and this. These cannot be isolated. So we need that. And then this, I don't know. Oh no, this isn't working. Hmm. And that wouldn't help us here. Um, does everything have to be a snake shape? I don't think that's possible to do with what we have. Um, so like if we take a look at this one again, can I undo by the way? Oh, there's no undo functionality? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, so I was assuming no 2 by 2. If we assume they have to snake. Well, yeah, no, snaking means no 2 by 2. No, but yeah, we can't create snakes. No, the best we can do is that. Hmm, okay. Should I just assume no isolated squares? Or 2 by 2s? That's so weird. I don't know. It sort of solves everything. Hmm. So that and that, but then I wouldn't know what to do with that. Okay, we've got a problem here. Um, hold on. Do the numbers indicate black cells? Yeah, they do. Okay, good. Longer. Okay, this was bigger. This is longer. Interesting. So if I can't have isolated cells, there's still several options. Oh, the upper left cell has to be black, I believe. Ah, right. Yeah. I thought the upper left cell always had to be black. If that's true, then that's very odd. That's very odd. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe white is white and black is black. Wait, no, that has to be white. What? Okay, this is really strange. Okay, so what do I know for sure? I know for sure these are threes. That's white because it's the three. That's a two and a one. Well, okay. That just strictly follows. Now, what are the other rules? I think I'm going to take a screenshot of the rules as well. Apologies to the viewing audience. But this should make things go quicker. So we have a rule about a plus sign, which is weird. We have one rule about cells of the same color, and we have a rule about the top left. And that's really it. There's only one rule about contiguous colors, or cells with the same color. Um, it could be something like they can never make the same shape twice? No. I guess it could be two rules in one that got cut off, right? It could say in a single grid, cells with the same color should not form an isolated square, should not make a 2 by 2 or an isolated 1 by 1, right? It could say that, but that feels unfair, right? Those should be two separate rules. Huh. Okay, so at this point, how confident am I that the colors are reversed? Well, I know the upper left cell has to be black for the first few puzzles. Well, the first two. And then if we assume reversedness, then that works for all the later ones. So, yeah, I think I feel pretty confident about that. Sorry, which puzzle were we working on? Um, I guess this one. So this, let's assume that's black. Sorry, yeah, let's assume that's black, that's white. In fact, that has to be white. Yeah, what am I saying? That has to be white. Okay. Now, we already have an isolated square, so there cannot be a rule against isolated squares. If there's a rule against 2 by 2s, that tells us a little bit. There could just be a rule against black squares? No. I keep thinking that no 2 by 2s is the same kind of rule as no 1 by 1s, but they're not. These are isolated 1 by 1s, and these are non-isolated 2 by 2s. Hmm. Wow. I think it's just one rule. Okay, let's keep going. We've got this. Now, I'm inclined to assume some symmetry here. And then either this is all black or stripy. But it's not like I know that for sure. There's something about cells of the same color. We know they kind of make nice shapes, right? Like these are all connected in a nice little path shape. No 2 by 2s, no isolated black cells. We again have a kind of nice shape. Strange. So the black tiles are all connected here, but we know black and white must be equivalent, because if we look at the rules, the only thing that specifically mentions black or white is here, right? Integers indicate the lengths of black cells. But the circle signs just indicate the color. Well, okay, the plus sign rule, that could say something, right? The 3 by 3 area around it is all black or something. But then I think this rule, this is the really important rule I need to figure out. I'm pretty sure this one just treats black and white cells the same. So we're looking for something kind of symmetrical. Okay. Um, okay, so which puzzles was I trying to solve with a no 2x2 rule? Okay, let's come back to this puzzle. So we got 3x3 here. Okay, 1, 3. Now I'm pretty sure isolated cells are okay. In fact, I'm realizing we have an isolated cell here. Certainly isolated white cells seem fine. Are we forced into an isolated black cell? No, this is isolated white cell. Hmm. Huh. I don't know. Okay. So we've got that. Ah, we've got this. Now, I like the idea that a plus sign says everything surrounding it is a black cell. But that still doesn't solve the puzzle for us. We need some rule here. Hmm. Cells with the same color should... What? Form no more than two separate regions? Maybe? We've had no more than two regions of each color so far. That wouldn't disambiguate this. Is it the same number of regions of each color? No. No, this says one black, two white. Um, hmm. Very confusing. So this I did using a no 2x2 rule. If I use a no 2x2 rule here, it's not that helpful. No, it is. It is. Okay. So no 2x2 can solve this. No 2x2 can solve this. But it can't solve this. Strange. Concerning. Um, hmm. Can't solve that either. Can't solve this either. Okay. Hmm. Really? Wow. Well, that's quite interesting. Every puzzle has a unique solution. So, this cannot be the solution. No, it can. I'm sorry. I was going to say that can't be the solution because then this would also be the solution. But no, the symmetry is broken by this. Okay, so yes, it could just be a rule about no 2x2s. That would solve it. Um, that seems the most likely. This feels like a really weird solution to me. This is very different from the other solutions we've had. Very boxy. So this looks like a no 2x2 rule kind of thing. That would force that to be white and complete the puzzle. But I'm not confident about that yet. Because no 2x2 is not going to solve this. Is it no squares? Is it no black squares? But it can't be, right? Like the rule cannot be no black squares. Um, yeah, that's just not, like, just looking at the rules sheet, there's nothing here that could say no black regions can be square. And we know that there have to be square white regions. So, Got some easy nonograms here. Well, I'm halfway done. It's only been an hour. This takes 5 hours? Hmm. Um, oh gosh. Okay, if we need some kind of connectivity here, we could do it like that. Is it no more than two of each region? Does that help? No, I mean, no more than two regions of each color? Not really. Oh, that's just impossible with what we have here. No, yeah, that's not it. No 2 by 2 is just so unhelpful here. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna have to be skipping around a bit. Yeah. Okay. All these puzzles have black cells in the upper left, so that definitely seems like I've understood it right. Um, yeah. Unless they're saying the top left cell should be different from the one next to it? No. 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 It is just black, I think. That's a way to break symmetry. Okay. Interesting. These twos here. Ah, okay, well we can create a bit of connectivity. But there's a weird symmetricalness to it. Or I can make these boxes, but that feels wrong. How strange. If I want to avoid making 2 by 2s, there's exactly two solutions. Is it possible that the top left cell for each of the grids shown, the top left cell should be part of the largest black region? Maybe? Would that make sense? Ooh. Yeah. Wait, that would work. That would work. Is that it? Is that it? Because I was just thinking, oh, I do see there's pluses here. So that actually means something. Yeah, right. So I was thinking about how to break the symmetry between this and this. And our symmetry breaker is the top left corner, right? So yeah, what if it's not just the cell must be black, but the top left cell should be part of the largest black region? If that's true, that solves this. Okay. What else does that solve? Uh, we could have that plus the 2 by 2 rule. Does that work? If we go all the way back to uh here, I think. Right, so upper left cell is black as part of a 3. Then we have this and this. Am I assuming no 2 by 2s? If so, that works fine. I think I'm just going to leave the puzzle like this, so I know what I've been assuming. But, yeah, okay, so no 2 by 2s works. Largest black region doesn't tell us very much, right? All it does is rule out this, which is kind of silly anyways. Okay, but it does make sense. Okay. Oh, in fact, it might not be the largest. Hmm. It might not be the largest black region. It might be the largest region. Ooh. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Okay, so let's stop assuming that the upper left is black for now. Let's just assume it's part of the largest region. But it'll often tell us that the upper left is black. Oh man, I can see why this might take 5 to 8 hours. Yeah, there's so many layers here because they make the upper left seem like it's always black, but then maybe it isn't, and it's just part of the largest region. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so okay, what have we got here? Okay, so let's erase. Well, erase, erase, erase. So we've got this just from nonogram. Okay, all of this, in fact. I'm pretty confident about this stuff. Now, if I want the upper left to be part of the largest region, it has to connect down here. And then to solve that last bit, I think I'm going to be using no 2x2s as my rule. I will leave these blank for a bit, but yeah, it looks like I just need no 2x2s and largest region. Okay. Now, how about here? If upper left must be part of the largest region, then it must be at least 5 long. In fact, it must be 7 long. Yes, and then no 2x2s. There we go. I think that's it. The last two rules are in a single grid, cells with the same color should not form 2x2s. Sorry, not the, that's the second last rule. Yes, and then the last rule, for each of the grids shown, the top left cell should be part of the largest region. That that should do it. That should do it. Okay. How about here? Top left needs to be part of the largest region, so it must extend. And no 2x2s is how we finish the rest of this. That feels perfect. That feels perfect. It also makes kind of nice shapes, potentially. I don't know. Okay, top left must be part of the largest region. Let's not even assume it's black. If we don't even assume it's black, it could be white, but that's not unique. I because it could also be black. So I think we actually have to assume that it's black. Now, to be the largest region, it has to extend. No, that's not good enough. Hmm. Does it have to be a region of size 5 or more? Or something like that? Okay. Uh, size 8, size 6, 5, 5, 6, probably 8. A lot. 10. It's often an even number. Probably 9. Scratch that. 7. Hmm. 7. Hmm. It's weird. What stops this from doing that? Or that? Or that? Okay, there's something I still don't get. Okay, there's 3 here, and then I think no 2x2s is is probably how we're solving it. Okay, here, this must be part of a large region, I think. I don't know exactly if it's the largest region or something else, but I don't think the upper left is ever isolated, and it feels like we need to use that logic. I also really like the no 2x2s. Okay. Hmm, weird. It feels like a nice answer would be this, but I don't know how to prove that. Hmm. Okay, so if we assume that extends, if we assume no 2x2s, we don't really have anything else left. Um, um, is it something similar to 2x2s but different? Hmm. If I cut this off, then I'm forced to make that white. But that seems potentially okay. I mean, I don't normally cut off black cells. I don't know. Okay, this felt good. This felt really good, right? We make this part of a large region. Oh, what if the top left cell should connect to the bottom right cell? That would do it. Oh my God. That's it. It's not the largest. I knew it was something related to being large. It always connects to the bottom right. Yes. Yes. There we have it. Okay. Yes. And that gives us that. There we go. Okay, the last two rules are, in a single grid, cells with the same color should not form 2x2s. Not just isolated 2x2s, but no 2x2s of the same color. And then the last rule, for each of the grids shown, the top left cell should form a connected region to the bottom right cell. Okay, that should solve everything. I'm pretty sure. There, that. Ah, right, and the 1 is actually required because we don't actually know that the top left cell is black. But this tells us it must be. That's so good. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God. Okay, must connect to the bottom right. Easy. There we go. Must connect to the bottom right. We can see that very directly here. Very simple. Yes, that connects to the bottom right. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Heh. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. So we've got this interesting little plus sign, a virtual plus sign. Ah, no 2x2s. Ah, right. They're doing a little joke here where a plus sign indicates the 3x3 area around it something. They're maybe trying to make you think. Right, so the plus sign rule helps you with the no 2x2 rule, right? The no 2x2 rule is what I'm actually using here. But it looks like it could be the plus sign rule. So that helps players who haven't figured out the 2x2 rule yet. Okay, okay. Um, Now I need to connect around here. So this 2 means I'm never connecting via here. So I need to connect, well, I need to connect in white around here. Yes. Okay. Now this by nonogram and by no 2x2s. I think no by 2. Yeah, no 2x2s applies to both colors. It must. Because the rule is cells with the same color should blah blah blah. Okay, now we have our 4s and our 2 is done. No 2x2s, no 2x2s. Wonderful. This is it. Okay, 5. Ooh, interesting. 4. Black, white, white, black. Okay, so this forms a solid barrier. We're never connecting white from the top left to top right to bottom right, so we must be connecting black. Okay, here we go. Now, this 3 tells us that. No 2x2s. The 3 clue fills in that. No 2x2s, no 2x2s. Wonderful. Okay. These are fun puzzles as well. Not tremendously difficult, but yeah, just a fun little nonogram variant. Um, okay, that's black. That finishes the 4. Um, ooh, I still don't know. Oh, this is so cool. I still don't know for sure if we're using black or white in the corners. Oh, that's really fun. Oh, yes, I do. This is black. So we're using black in the corners. This fills in all white. This must extend. Oh, also we have the 3. Okay, we have to connect. I don't know exactly how. Oh, here we go. Right, 2x2 rule, connecting, 2x2, 2x2. Yes! Oh, okay. Nonogram gives us this cell right here from the 1, 2. This 2 column ensures these are not filled in. That makes me think this might be white this time. If it's black, a lot of stuff is forced. Okay, this is black. Now we have this plus. Does that mean we've got some kind of plus sign? Probably. Okay, well, it would have to be a black plus sign because this 3 gives us that in the middle. Um, what else? Do I have to assume the plus sign? Am I stuck? I mean, there's so few clues here, right? I mean, the plus sign would make a lot of sense, right? It fits with the 3. Um, if this goes here, oh, sorry. If this 2 goes here, it's going to be very hard for white to sneak around. But that's fine. Either this is a black path or the 2 is over here. So that's not really a problem. Okay, let's go ahead and assume a plus sign. That seems reasonable to me. Now we still don't know if we have a black or white path. We know this is white. Yes we do. We know we have a white path now. This is where the 1 goes. The white path must connect. There's our 2. There's our vertical 2. No 2x2s, no 2x2s, no 2x2s. There we go. All right, I think the plus rule is very simple. We do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. Did I even need the plus sign? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. No way it's gonna be a white path. There we go. This 1 at the bottom, and there we go. That seems good. Could I have done it without assuming plus? Okay, well okay, plus clearly needs to tell us a lot. I don't think we know the colors of the pluses. Oh, oh, we have symmetry here. we have 180-degree rotational symmetry here. That means if we assume these can be any color, right? Well, okay, if we assume that these are either both black or both white, that cannot be unique because this is exactly the same as this. So there's two possibilities. Either plus signs have to be a certain color, which would have to be black. Either plus signs have to be black, or something about the logic is forcing these two plus signs to be different colors. Right, because if they're able to be the same color, and if they're able to be any color, then we have two solutions. So either they're not able to be the same, or they're not able to be any color. Let's check if they're able to be the same, right? Boom, 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 boom. Now clearly, this is black. Then we do that, then we do that. Oh, well, okay, we have two paths from the top left. We have two paths, but that's okay. I was thinking for a moment maybe that's a problem, but no, we can absolutely have two paths. We have to go back to the very first puzzle. Um, that tells us we can have two paths. Okay, let's go back and fill out the other puzzles, by the way. Oh, okay, that was the only one. Great. Okay. Double. Okay, so there's something weird going on here. Where these are apparently stacked in 3D. So the question is, why do we care? And like I've hinted before, I do have a suspicion. Which I guess I hinted at a little bit earlier. Okay, so the last rule says for each of the grids shown, the top left cell should blah 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 connect, right? And grids shown simultaneously are stacked. So these are still considered two separate grids. They're just grids that happen to be stacked. So all the same rules apply to this bottom puzzle. That 3 clue tells us that. This 2 clue tells us that. No 2x2s, no 2x2s, no 2x2s. Great. Huh. Well, if we stack these, we certainly get 2x2s in 3D. So that's not relevant. In fact, that's fine. The rule says in a single grid, cells with the same color should not form 2x2s. So why does it matter? I do just want to double check. It doesn't matter for any of the rules, right? Not this rule. The length of black cells, yeah, I don't think that's relevant. Indicate the color of the cell. I mean, these could apply vertically, but that's unlikely. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I had to take a quick break. Does the stacking matter? Does it matter for the plus sign? Unlikely, right? It says the 3x3 area, not the 3x3x3 area. Circles, maybe those apply above and below the stack, but I don't think so. It just says the cell, right? Grids shown simultaneously are stacked in 3D in a single grid. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. For each of the grids, top left cell. Yeah. So all this means is that for some reason, I should be imagining these one on top of the other. And I wonder if I should treat white as like being see-through? Am I imagining this as like a bunch of black cubes being stacked on top of black cubes like this? I'm not seeing anything at the moment. Okay, so I think we're a little more than halfway done, and we're an hour in. So I'm going to cut the recording here. I believe I have all the rules. So yes, so this has been episode 1 of BoBoGram. Um, this is the episode where I hopefully figured out all the rules, or at least all of the written rules. And then hopefully in another hour or so, I can finish the rest of the book. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope this was interesting. I'm planning to actually publish this one. Um, I think this has been quite interesting, and I'm pretty happy with how quickly I've done it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.